Okay, so we continue with our CTF challenges using this tool called sokonalysis, which is the Cipher toolkit built for skill levels. Alright, so this repository is still private, so if you want a copy, just submit your email or GitHub username, then you get a copy of this particular tool. Alright, so you can install it on Windows using these particular commands. Then you can also install it in Linux using these particular commands, and you can build and run this particular tool. So for the first attempt to run this particular tool, you'll be required to accept the user agreement terms. So it says this tool is for educational and ethical use only. Do not use this software for any malicious, unauthorized, or illegal purposes. So if you agree, you simply agree to the terms. So this is the way the tool menu looks like. Then under the usage, we have 3 levels, specifically the university level, whereby this tool be providing basic algorithms for students to utilize them for their assignments, exams, or another related task. And then the second level is the CTF level, for which we are currently doing right now. So it helps you to utilize CTF algorithms in cryptography for you to solve a particular challenge, minus you requiring a lot of sources such as maybe programming and other online sources to solve just a single particular challenge. Then also have the advanced level, for which we haven't yet started implementing this one, so stay tuned. And these are the current supported algorithms. So without wasting time, today's challenge is under network security on CyberTalents, and it's called Arson. So far only 134 people solved this challenge, and 370 tried to solve this particular challenge. So the challenge description says it's all started when I executed the script that my friend sent to me. Can you retrieve the flag that was stolen? Okay, so the first step, just simply download this particular file. So I'll just save it in my crypto folder. So once you do that, depending on where you've saved that particular file, just go and extract that particular file by saying extract here, or you can use the command. So you see we have a medium challenge pickup file, which is supposed to open in Warshak. Okay, just a minute. Alright, so we need to open this in Warshak. So what I can do, I can simply search for Warshak there. Then once you open Warshak, make sure you put your password, your root password. You can simply drag that particular pickup file. Okay, so this is our Warshak. So for us not to waste much of our time, here we need to analyze these particular packets, or you can filter. So mostly we like to filter by HTTP, assuming that someone was making a particular more like conversation to a particular website or so on. So 200, we all know it means okay, but here we can see this particular guy was getting something, which is results whatsoever. So we can try to follow the HTTP stream for that particular thing. So we can see the request was okay, meaning 200, and it looks like more like a script which was written. So if you follow along, this actually was encrypting something, sort of like a flag. So what we can do here, we can scroll down. So if you can see, we have a particular key which was used. Okay, so we are interested in this key, and if you look at an equal sign, we know that it's a base 64. Okay, so we just keep track of this particular key. So for now, I'll just save this particular key. I'll just say key, and then I'll paste the key. So that's the key which we have found. Then after we do that, we can now try to also filter out again HTTP. So remember, here we've gotten a key from this download. Then if you scroll down, assuming that you are passing through all these things, okay, no wonder it's medium. So you're going to find let me just look for it. Where is that? Okay, so you're going to find this particular thing. Remember, the user was saying razor whatsoever. So what was the result for that particular thing which was being targeted by that particular user? So if we follow again this HTTP stream, you realize that the result was something which was actually encrypted, ending here with this W. So if you see again, this request was just okay, so meaning this particular thing was a success. Okay, so once we have that information, now we can just come back here and just say maybe flag. We can just say flag is equal to this. Okay, so just to take you a little bit back so that we understand what we are doing, let's try to utilize the first thing where we found the key. So there it was this one, which was get. So if we follow again the HTTP stream, let's just understand. You can see they are using AS, okay, whereby the IV is managed, meaning the initialization vector. And if you just take your time, you look at this particular thing, they are trying to encrypt this particular thing with AS, okay, and they are using a key which is a base 64, meaning they are using also base 64 to encrypt that particular thing. So you can see the result is equal to the encrypted string, which they used that particular key in their case. So now that we have an idea that it's AS and they used such a situation, we can now try sokonalysis to actually get that flag by decoding the information which you have been given. So here we'll run the tool by saying /, and then for the first time use, as usual, ask you for the user agreements, you simply agree. Then we'll go on option 6, which is capture the flag. So once we do that, you can see we have AS, which is option number 9. So far we all have few options. So last time we talked about option number 1. So today we are dealing with option number 2, which is the CBC mode. So they are telling us to enter the base 64 encoded AS key. So if you remember, we have this key here, which is this. Then we can copy, paste. So now they are telling us to enter the base 64 encoded string or flag, which is this. So once we do this, let's counter check that everything is on point. Let me do this. So this is the key, then that's the flag. Let's just do it again. So number 6, 9, then 2. So where is that? Okay, so let's try that again. So capture the flag, option number 9 AS, then CBC mode. So let's just get back our values. So this is the key which we said it was used to encrypt the base 64 key. So once we paste that, also need to get the cipher text from that pickup file. Then once we do this, you can see we have our flag there, okay, which says flag 2C power chill. Okay, so if we go to our CyberTalents and my submissions, just confirm if the flag is truly correct. So you can see that's the same flag. So in a case you want to solve this particular challenge, if you utilize PowerShell to actually paste this particular thing which was used to encrypt and just change a particular part which was used to encrypt and put the key and the cipher you've obtained, you can actually decrypt this. Now that requires you to critically analyze this particular code, and it takes a lot of time. No wonder we are coming up with this particular tool to save you actually that time of you doing this whole thing manually. So you can see you can either use PowerShell to actually do this. So just take your time, you can analyze this particular code if you want. Otherwise, this is the end of the video. My name is Asoko James, representing KMU Cybersecurity Tutorials and the developer for a Toolkit sokonalysis. Thanks for watching.